Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Tuesday, February 25th, 2020 meeting to order. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mission statement is learning for life. Vision statement, Southgate Community Schools, the best choice for students and parents. Turn to the board now. Do we have any, for item D, any revisions? Approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as stated.
Thank you, Dr. Paponio. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Green. So moved. Are there any citizens' comments tonight? Any citizens wish to speak? A member of the public may address the board for up to 3 minutes or request to be scheduled on future meeting agenda. You can always fill out a form right over here with the secretary, and then we can get you in line if anybody wishes to do that. Seeing none, we'll move on. Item F, presentations. We have none scheduled. And then we're moving down to our consent agenda. Consent agenda has the minutes from February 4th, 2020 board retreat and February 11th, 2020 regular board meeting, as well as the HR update.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you, Dr. Paponio. And support by Mr. Sage. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. And now we move on to our action. The first one, overnight and out-of-state trip request. Who'd be presenting that?
Myself.
All right.
You're being asked to approve an overnight and out-of-state trip request for the Southgate Winter Guard to attend the WGI World Championships in Dayton, Ohio from Tuesday, March 31st to Sunday, March 4th, 2020. The band boosters will be paying for the expenses for this competition.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the March 31st to April 4th, 2020 overnight and out-of-state trip request for the Southgate Winter Guard to compete in Dayton, Ohio.
Great. And is there a second to that motion? Support. Mr. Sage. All right. Any further discussion? Yes.
Just good luck, the Winter Guard.
Thank you.
Ditto.
You may have a special guest.
Not that one.
Not that one? All right.
Not that I know of yet.
Well, they could have a special guest. All right, I'll call the question. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Good luck. Item number 2, approval and agreement for school liaison police officer. Who will be presenting this?
Myself.
Thank you, Ms. Superintendent. Go ahead.
I would like to request that the board approve an agreement for a school liaison police officer between the City of Southgate and the Southgate Community School District. The city would be providing a certified police officer to serve as a school liaison officer for a 4-year term beginning with the scheduled 2021 school year. Please see the attached agreement for specific details. There are also sample agreements. This does represent a cost savings to the district. I am proud to announce that Officer Morgan Parrish has been awarded this position. She is scheduled for training this spring to help with this transition.
Thank you. Any questions for the superintendent? All right, and we'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve a 4-year agreement for a school liaison police officer between the City of Southgate and Southgate Community School District beginning with the scheduled 2020 to 2021 school year through the end of the 2023-2024 school year.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
Support.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Any further discussion on the item? Yes.
I just want to say this is a long time coming for this kind of support, security in our schools, and also I definitely support the additional security for our students.
Absolutely. Anyone else wish to speak?
I agree. In this day and age with things going on, I think it's an investment in our children that are it's well deserved, and it's time that we did something in this avenue.
Absolutely. Anybody else? I also echo those sentiments. It's been my position from the beginning, having, increasing our awareness and our safety and security of our students and staff in the schools. And I think this is a bonus that it's no additional cost to us. So having just that presence in the schools and having that direct connection with a Southgate police officer, I think is great for the district. All right, I'll call the question. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm sorry, did someone read the motion?
Yep.
Just want to make sure.
All right. Motion carries.
Did she? Go. I'm sure she did, she said she.
That was Pomponio and Green.
Yep.
Number 3, approval of the purchase of the flat deck trailer.
As per Board Policy 5003, all items that exceed $3,500 must be brought to the board for approval. This piece of equipment is needed for the DCTC program Construction Trades. This purchase will be funded through DCTC. There
All
are
right,
three,
any questions for staff?
the 3 required quotes are attached.
Take a look at that for a minute. If you have any questions, let me know.
Yes, I do.
All right, if there are no questions for staff, I will entertain a motion on action item number 3.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the flat deck trailer for the construction trades program not to exceed $4,750.
Support.
Supported by Mr. Craig. Thank you. Any further discussion on the item? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, brings us to our final action item of the night. This is the action item number 4, the approval of the purchase of a dump trailer.
As per Board Policy 5003, all items that exceed $3,500 must be brought to the board for approval. This piece of equipment is needed for the DCTC program Construction Trades. This purchase will be funded through DCTC. And again, the quotes are attached.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of a flat deck trailer for, oh, this is the dump trailer, right?
Yep.
That's okay, you're out of the loop for a couple of years.
We already did it.
You're not used to making motions.
Oh, well, maybe the typer did that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the dump trailer for construction trades program not to exceed $8,175.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
Support.
Mr. Green supports. Mr. Craig made the motion. Any further discussion? All right, I'll call the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. All right. Moves on to item I, which is any employee representative that wish to speak tonight. Seeing none, we'll move down to item J, information and announcements. Anybody have any information announcements?
Right here.
Mr. Green.
Mr. President, thank you. Gentlemen, we got some guests in the stands. The 5 I talked to, you stand up for a minute, please. So, I'm honored, I don't know how much the board is aware of this, but, not to rub it in, but when I was in California last week, I saw a wonderful email. These gentlemen represent the Southgate/Lincoln Park swim team in just a wonderful fashion and had a great year. And I think that it's important to give them due recognition, starting with, so this group broke the school record 3 different times this year in the 400 relay team. And that would include Frank Velarde, wave, and Frankie, right? Sorry, used to your dad. Frankie Velarde, Landon Wood, Mr. Wood, Fred Kelly, correct? And Mr. Kelly is from Lincoln Park, our friend at Lincoln Park. Ethan Coombs and Josh Harboe. Also, Mr. Harboe has set 4 school records this year. He broke the school record in the 50 freestyle, the 100 freestyle, the 200 freestyle, and the 100 butterfly. And I think that the hard work and dedication, it's not so much that it's always success. You don't always have to win, but when you do something special, and these young men did something special on top of being students in our school district, and from what I've heard from people I've talked to the last couple days. The ones that I know of are exceptional students, which is just as important. I think that a recognition from the board was in order, so great job,
Gentlemen, will
gentlemen.
you come up here and kind of face the audience? Come up to the front and face the audience. Yeah, just stay there for a minute. We'll get some pictures here. Thank you. Great job,
Stand up.
guys.
You might have to stand up.
Am I standing?
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to be in the Why is he in the picture? He didn't do nothing.
Can the board stand up?
Oh, jeez.
Mr. Craig's idea.
Facebook page.
We didn't do nothing.
They did just come from practice. It's too bad we didn't have a pool at Southgate.
I know.
We have to change that. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Any other information and announcements?
I just got one.
Mr. Sage.
The Davidson Middle School Wrestling Team's going to be competing in their, it's technically called a league, but there's teams outside the league. That's this Saturday at Wyandotte High School, so I'd like to wish all the boys and girls on the team the best of luck.
Great. Good luck. And I have one item here. We've been, as board members and superintendent, we've been getting questions, emails, phone calls throughout the day. I just want to make it clear that we do not call school ourselves when it snows. It's not the Board of Education's
Call
issue.
me.
My son Jake's at home listening. He wanted me to remind you all, though, if you'd like to get a snow day, there's 3 things you got to do. You got to flush 5 ice cubes before bed down the toilet. You got to do that. You got to wear your pajamas backwards. And most importantly, put a spoon under your pillow. So as long as you got that covered, that's about all I can do is offer that advice.
And if you're upset that we have school tomorrow, you call Miss Pastor.
Yeah, Ms. Pastor. All right, with that, we'll take
Including my own daughter. I was gonna give my own daughter her phone number last week.
We'll take a motion to adjourn with
Oh,
that.
can I make one quick?
Oh, please.
So tomorrow night is the Davidson preview night, so if you have a 5th grader, tomorrow night at Davidson at 6, oh, I'm sorry, Thursday night at 6 PM. I'm already thinking that. No, I'm not. All the superintendents are texting me.
And
So-
before we meet again, the girls' districts will be next week. Is that correct?
Yes, the girls varsity basketball districts will be next Wednesday, the March 4th at Riverview High School.
And you know
We're
a
playing
couple players in that
Riverview.
team.
You know a few players, right?
Yes, I do. I know 2 of them.
Okay.
All right. That's it. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Second. Mr. Craig. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for coming.